The first principle we must embrace, my friends, is what I call the architecture of discernment, building with purpose, not just acquiring. Think back to the young King Solomon. When given the chance to ask for anything at all, he did not petition for vast riches, nor for the annihilation of his enemies, nor for a long life filled with earthly pleasures. No, his heart, I believe, understood a deeper truth. He prayed for a discerning heart, one capable of distinguishing right from wrong, justice from injustice, the profound from the superficial, so he might govern his people wisely. This wasn't merely about intelligence, you see. Intelligence can gather facts, process data, and solve complex equations. But discernment, that is a spiritual vision, an inner knowing that allows you to peer beyond the immediate surface, to grasp the true nature of things, to understand the trajectory of choices before they fully unfold. It's the profound difference between simply seeing and truly perceiving. Consider your own journey, your own aspirations. How often do we find ourselves caught in the whirlwind of the urgent, neglecting the truly essential? It's a common trap, isn't it? The urgent screams for our attention, demanding immediate action, while the essential whispers patiently about the long-term harvest. Discernment, this architecture of the soul, empowers you to tell the difference. It enables you to weigh your options not just by their immediate gratification or by the noise they generate, but by their inherent value, by their constructive power, and by their alignment with the lasting legacy you wish to build. Are we merely acquiring fleeting possessions, accumulating experiences that leave us empty, or are we meticulously building something of substance, piece by painstaking piece, a life rich in meaning and impact? This distinction, my dear friends, changes everything. Let's apply this to the fabric of your daily existence. In career choices, discernment is your compass. Are you pursuing a path because it promises quick returns, or because it resonates with your deepest callings and contributes meaningfully to the world around you? Are you investing your precious time and energy in ventures that are truly constructive, that uplift and create value? Or are you inadvertently engaging in actions that, over time, become destructive, eroding your peace or your principles? Discernment guides you away from the glittering yet hollow promises of the world and towards opportunities that genuinely feed your spirit and expand your influence for good. It's about recognizing that not every open door leads to a prosperous destination. Some are simply diversions, beautiful, but ultimately barren detours. Think also of your relationships and partnerships, whether professional or personal. True discernment allows you to look beyond initial charm or superficial common ground. It helps you recognize who truly champions your growth, who builds you up, and who, perhaps unknowingly, drains your spirit or diverts your focus from what matters most. It's a quiet wisdom that whispers caution when something feels off, even when all appearances suggest otherwise. It protects you from unwise alliances and guides you towards genuine collaborators who share your vision for a life of purpose. As the psalmist reminds us, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers." That blessing, that flourishing life, stems directly from the discernment to choose your company wisely, to build your inner circle with intentionality and prayerful consideration. This deep understanding, this ability to choose wisely, prevents so many traps, optimizes your most vital resources, your time, your energy, your spirit, and ensures that the foundations you lay today will stand firm against the inevitable storms of life. It creates a solidity, an unwavering strength in the constructions of your life, making them truly enduring. Now, having grasped the profound essence of discernment, that inner compass pointing us toward purpose, we move to the second principle, equally vital for a life of robust prosperity: the ecosystem of shared wisdom. Your strength is in your network of mentors. After all, what good is discernment if it operates in a vacuum, without the illuminating perspectives of others? Even Solomon, the wisest of all kings, understood this deeply. He did not rule in isolation. He surrounded himself with skilled artisans, astute administrators, and wise counselors. His empire, his renowned temple, his very reign, We're not built by a lone genius, but by a collective of gifted individuals operating under his discerning leadership. Many of us in our pursuit of success mistakenly believe we must be the lone wolf, the independent genius who conquers challenges solely through sheer will and individual intellect. We fear exposing our uncertainties, believing that asking for help or admitting a lack of knowledge somehow diminishes us. Yet, what does the timeless wisdom of Proverbs tell us? Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. Safety, yes, but also clarity, accelerated growth, and multiplied insight. This isn't just about asking for advice. It's about deliberately cultivating an ecosystem of support, mentorship, and even respectful counterpoints that challenge your assumptions and sharpen your thinking. It's about recognizing that vulnerability, the courage to seek counsel, is not a weakness, but perhaps your greatest strength. It is the very foundation upon which a truly robust and resilient prosperity is built. Consider for a moment the profound implications of this. How much faster could you navigate complex decisions if you had access to the seasoned experience of someone who has walked a similar path? How many pitfalls could you avoid if you had voices of wisdom gently yet firmly, pointing out blind spots you simply couldn't see from your own perspective? Solomon himself, despite his unparalleled wisdom, knew that the broader the counsel, the more secure the decision. He understood that true leadership is not about having all the answers, but about knowing how to gather the right questions and to whom to turn for insights. As a shepherd guides his flock, so too do wise counselors guide us through treacherous terrains, offering insights gleaned from their own journeys. So, how does one begin to assemble this counsel of Solomon in their own life? It begins with intentionality and humility. Look for individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to develop. They might be formal mentors, those you approach directly for guidance, or informal ones whose lives and careers you observe and learn from. Seek out those who possess expertise in areas where you are developing, yes, but also those who offer different perspectives, who challenge your biases, and who speak truth even when it's uncomfortable. This ecosystem should be diverse, reflecting a variety of experiences, ages, and even temperaments. Just as a strong building requires different materials, stone, wood, mortar, to achieve its full strength, so too does your journey to prosperity require varied perspectives to build its resilience. Do not shy away from someone whose approach differs from yours. Often it is precisely in that difference that a deeper understanding and a more innovative solution can be found. However, the art of shared wisdom is not merely about receiving. It's also about the discernment to filter what you hear. Not all advice, however well-intentioned, is suitable for your unique context. This calls back to our first principle. You must listen actively, consider prayerfully, and weigh what you hear against your core values, your long-term vision, and the nudges of your own spirit. As Psalm 119 declares, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." That lamp illuminates not just your own steps, but also helps you evaluate the paths suggested by others. The wisdom of your mentors should refine your path, not replace your journey. By engaging with this ecosystem of shared wisdom, you significantly reduce risks. You accelerate your learning curve beyond what you could achieve alone, and you maximize the opportunities that appear before you, discerning which ones truly serve your ultimate purpose. It's an investment in your own growth that pays dividends far beyond measure. Having carefully considered our foundations, first, the architecture of discernment, then the ecosystem of shared wisdom where we carefully choose who to learn from and how we engage, we arrive at a third, equally profound principle that underpins true prosperity. The gravity of the tongue, your words as pillars or rubble. It's a concept that, once truly understood, can profoundly reshape your inner and outer worlds. We often think of communication as merely exchanging information, but Solomon, with his unmatched insight, saw far beyond that. He declared, in a statement that echoes through the ages, that death and life are in the power of the tongue. Think about that for a moment. Not merely influence, not simply impact, but the ultimate forces of existence itself, encapsulated in the words we choose to utter. or even those we silently whisper to ourselves. This isn't just a caution against gossip or angry outbursts, although those are certainly destructive applications of this power. No, this principle delves much deeper. It speaks to the incredible, almost mystical creative energy inherent in our words. Have you ever considered that the very universe itself, according to ancient texts, was spoken into being? There is an inherent creative force in sound, in vibration, in declaration. What we speak, both outwardly and inwardly, begins to lay the blueprints for our reality. Are your words building bridges or burning them? Are they constructing pillars of strength and hope, or are they scattering rubble of doubt and despair? This is a question worth pausing for, a deep reflection on the fundamental tools we use to sculpt our lives, daily. Consider the landscape of your internal dialogue, that constant stream of thoughts and phrases that accompanies you throughout your day. What narratives are you telling yourself about your capabilities, your worth, your future? Are you declaring, "I can do this, I am capable, I am growing"? Or are you, perhaps unconsciously, whispering words of limitation, of "I'm not good enough, this is too hard, I always fail"? These internal declarations, these personal pronouncements, are not just fleeting thoughts. They are the mortar and bricks of your self-perception, slowly but surely building the foundation upon which your actions, your confidence, and ultimately your prosperity are built. Just as the psalmist speaks of meditating on God's law day and night, we too are constantly meditating, consciously or unconsciously, on our own internal scripts. What if we consciously chose to infuse that internal space with words of life, words of possibility, words of faith? Now, extend this understanding to your external speech. How do your words impact those around you, your colleagues, your family, your community? In business, a single well-chosen phrase can inspire a team to overcome an insurmountable challenge, forge a crucial partnership, or secure a life-changing deal. Conversely, a careless comment can shatter trust, ignite conflict, or derail years of effort. Your language, your tone, your affirmations, or your criticisms, they don't just convey information. They transmit energy. They build or dismantle connections. They open or close doors of opportunity. Are you a constructor of bridges with your words, seeking to unite, to encourage, to clarify, to heal? Or do your words, perhaps unintentionally, create barriers, fostering misunderstanding and division? The very fabric of our relationships, both professional and personal, is woven from the threads of our verbal exchanges. A word spoken in kindness, in encouragement, or in truth can be a solid pillar for another's growth, while a harsh or dismissive word can crumble their spirit. Practically, this means cultivating a discipline of conscious communication. It means pausing before you speak, asking yourself, does this need to be said? Is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? It's the discipline of speaking life into situations, even challenging ones, by focusing on solutions, on possibilities, on mutual understanding. It is the power of affirming others, and importantly, affirming yourself, with intentional and deliberate language. The "I am" and "I will" statements, when rooted in conviction and faith, become powerful declarations that align your spirit, your mind, and your actions towards your desired future. This mindful engagement with your tongue isn't about being guarded or inauthentic. It's about being responsible. It's about recognizing that your words are not just sounds, they are creative acts. By mastering this gravity of the tongue, by choosing to use your words as tools for construction rather than demolition, you actively create positive realities, you forge and strengthen meaningful relationships, and you consciously attract the opportunities that resonate with the prosperous life you are diligently building, brick by spiritual brick. We have spoken of the discerning heart that guides our choices, and of the wisdom gathered from a trusted counsel. Now let us turn our attention to a principle that transforms mere effort into abundant harvest. The dividend of strategic diligence, harvesting more than you plant, with intelligence. So often, we are taught the value of hard work, of relentless effort, of simply putting in the hours. And while diligence is undeniably a virtue, as the scriptures attest, Solomon understood that true prosperity is not merely a consequence of toil. No, it is the fruit of strategic diligence. What does this mean? It means working not just hard but smart, expending energy not just profusely but precisely, sowing not just broadly but thoughtfully. It's the profound difference between a farmer who scatters seeds haphazardly and one who carefully prepares the soil, selects the right seeds for the season, and waters with precision, knowing exactly what he expects to reap. Think of King Solomon himself. He was not merely a king. He was a master builder, an astute merchant, a shrewd diplomat. His kingdom flourished not just because his people worked hard, but because he led with vision, planning, and an understanding of economic and logistical principles far ahead of his time. He built a magnificent temple, developed international trade routes, and managed vast resources. This was not the work of a man simply busy. This was the work of someone deeply committed to a purpose, applying his effort with a clear understanding of cause and effect, leveraging every opportunity for maximum, sustainable impact. He knew that true effort, divinely guided, leads to a return far greater than the initial investment. The Proverbs tell us, "The hand of the diligent makes rich." This isn't a promise of instant wealth for any effort, but a testament to the fruit borne by purposeful, intelligent application of our gifts and our labor. Here lies the critical distinction, my friend, between merely being busy and truly being productive. Many of us fill our days with activity, with endless tasks and urgent requests, feeling a false sense of accomplishment. But how much of that activity is truly moving us towards our vision of a prosperous life, a life built on solid foundations, echoing our deepest values? Strategic diligence compels us to ask ourselves, where are my levers? These are the points of highest impact, the activities where a focused application of effort yields disproportionately significant results. It might be developing a specific skill, nurturing a key relationship, or dedicating uninterrupted time to a core project that will unlock future opportunities. Without this strategic insight, we risk becoming like Sisyphus, perpetually pushing a boulder up a hill, only to have it roll down again, exhausting ourselves in futile cycles of effort. This kind of unthinking toil leads not to prosperity, but to burnout, to disillusionment, and to the bitter taste of effort without reward. To cultivate strategic diligence, we must first return to discernment. What are your core values? What is the ultimate purpose of your work, your family, your life? With these clarified, you can then identify those key areas where your energy will be best spent. Are you investing your time in activities that align with your long-term goals, or are you constantly reacting to the demands of others? Are you meticulously planning your day, setting clear priorities, and protecting your most valuable hours for your most important work? This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter, finding those critical actions that, once completed, cascade into a multitude of positive outcomes. It's about discerning the fertile ground for your efforts, rather than simply scattering your seed on rocky soil. This intelligent application of effort also safeguards your spirit. When you are strategically diligent, you experience a different kind of satisfaction. You see the tangible results of your purposeful labor, and this fuels your drive, reinforces your faith, and builds genuine momentum. It is the joy of seeing not just the immediate sprout, but the promise of the full harvest. This practice multiplies your results, allowing you to achieve more with less wasted energy. It helps you circumvent the debilitating experience of burnout, keeping your spirit vibrant and your vision clear. Most importantly, it contributes to the construction of a lasting wealth, one that is not solely financial, but deeply rooted in purpose, peace, and the profound satisfaction of a life well lived, diligently and intelligently built upon principles that transcend the fleeting trends of the world. It's an act of faith, really, to trust that focused, intentional effort, guided by wisdom, will yield a harvest beyond expectation. We have spoken of the discerning heart that guides our choices, of the shared wisdom that fortifies our understanding, and of the strategic diligence that multiplies our efforts. Now, we arrive at a principle that, to the logical mind, often appears contradictory. Yet it stands as one of the most powerful catalysts for true, holistic prosperity. The paradox of generosity, the outflow that feeds the inflow. It's a concept that challenges conventional thinking, a spiritual law articulated by King Solomon himself, who observed a profound truth in the rhythms of giving and receiving. He declared, with an insight that cuts through centuries of human self-interest, that there is one who scatters yet increases more, and there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. This isn't just a quaint saying, it is an economic and spiritual principle that, when understood and practiced, unlocks reservoirs of abundance you might never have imagined. Think about that for a moment. To scatter, to give away, to release what is in your hand often seems counterproductive to accumulation. Yet Solomon teaches us the opposite is true. The very act of outflow, when undertaken with a heart of generosity and purpose, creates a vacuum that the universe, or a higher power, seems compelled to fill. It's an active investment, not just in the lives of others, but in the very principle of abundance itself. This is not about giving to manipulate a return, but about understanding that the very nature of existence is cyclical, a continuous dance of giving and receiving. Your contribution, be it your time, your hard-won knowledge, your resources, or simply your genuine care when freely offered, sets in motion a powerful force. It's as if by releasing what you hold, you demonstrate a profound trust, a faith in a supply that transcends your immediate grasp, thus opening channels for even greater inflows. Consider how this paradox plays out in your daily life, in the quiet ways you interact with the world. Have you ever noticed that when you genuinely help someone, without expectation of immediate recompense, an unexpected opportunity often arises? Or when you freely share your expertise with a colleague, doors begin to open that you hadn't even perceived. This is not merely coincidence, it is the natural consequence of engaging with the principle of generosity. It manifests in what we call genuine networking, where you connect with others not to see what you can gain, but to see how you can contribute value. It is expressed in mentorship, where you pour your experience and wisdom into another, and in doing so, solidify your own understanding and often discover new insights. It resonates in acts of community service or in conscious donations, where your resources become a force for good beyond your immediate sphere, and that force, in turn, creates a ripple that often finds its way back to you, sometimes in the most unexpected forms. This is the profound truth. The act of giving actually broadens your capacity to receive. Moreover, generosity profoundly impacts your internal landscape, shaping your perception of wealth. When you give, you are in essence affirming to yourself that you have enough to share, that you are not in a state of lack. This shift in mindset from scarcity to sufficiency, from holding tightly to releasing freely, is a powerful amplifier of prosperity. It cultivates an attitude of gratitude, which is itself a magnet for more to be grateful for. The more you recognize your capacity to give, the more abundant you feel, irrespective of your current material possessions. This is the inner wealth that truly sustains, the joy and peace that comes from being a conduit, a channel, rather than a dam. As the psalmist beautifully articulated, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." This deep trust, this conviction that provision will be made, frees us to be generous without fear, knowing that the source of our abundance is greater than any single outflow. To embrace this paradox is to step into a larger reality, one where your actions are aligned with a universal flow. It means actively seeking opportunities to give, to serve, to share, knowing that each act is not a depletion, but an activation of greater blessings. It means understanding that true prosperity is not measured by what you accumulate and hoard, but by what you are able to freely give and the impact that giving has. This approach opens unexpected doors, creates a powerful reservoir of goodwill that serves you in countless ways, and most importantly, it expands your very sense of what abundance means, transforming it from a mere measure of possessions to a boundless experience of life's interconnectedness and benevolent flow. We have spoken of the discerning heart that guides our choices, of the shared wisdom that fortifies our understanding, and of the strategic diligence that multiplies our efforts. Now we arrive at a principle that to the logical mind often appears contradictory, yet it stands as one of the most powerful catalysts for true, holistic prosperity. The paradox of generosity, the outflow that feeds the inflow. It's a concept that challenges conventional thinking, a spiritual law articulated by King Solomon himself, who observed a profound truth in the rhythms of giving and receiving. He declared with an insight that cuts through centuries of human self-interest that there is one who scatters, yet increases more, and there is one who withholds unduly, but comes to poverty. Think about that for a moment. Not a suggestion, but a declaration of a fundamental truth about how abundance operates. Consider the intuitive human response to scarcity, to perceived lack. Our natural inclination, when faced with limited resources, is to hoard, to clutch tightly, to protect what little we have. We fear that giving, that scattering, will only diminish our already meager portion. Yet Solomon, from the pinnacle of his unparalleled wisdom and prosperity, offers us a completely inverted perspective. He proposes that true increase often begins with release, that the very act of generously giving away what we possess, be it our time, our knowledge, our material possessions, is not a sacrifice that depletes us, but rather an active investment in a larger, more abundant cosmic system. It is the profound realization that the universe, or if you prefer, divine providence, operates on a principle of circulation, a continuous dance between inflow and outflow. When you contribute meaningfully to the greater good, you are not merely expending. You are creating a dynamic vacuum, an open channel, that the forces of prosperity seem compelled to fill. This isn't about a transactional bargain with the divine, nor is it a manipulative tactic to extract more from life. This is about aligning your actions with a fundamental spiritual law, understanding that your generosity, born of a heart truly open and willing to share, is the seed that germinates future harvests. It's the very antithesis of scarcity thinking. When you give freely, you are in essence making a powerful declaration to yourself, to others, and to the universe. I have enough. I am not in lack. I can afford to share. This internal shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance is in itself a profound act of creation. It reshapes your perception of wealth, moving it beyond mere accumulation to a broader, more expansive understanding of what it means to be truly rich. Rich in spirit, rich in relationships, rich in purpose, rich in your capacity to impact. Let's explore the practical dimensions of this paradox. How does this outflow feed the inflow in your daily life? Think of genuine networking. It's not about approaching others with a list of demands, but with an offer of value, of support, of shared insight. When you truly seek to empower another, to genuinely help them without immediately calculating the return, you build bridges of trust and goodwill that open unexpected doors, introduce you to unforeseen opportunities, and create a powerful network of allies. Consider mentorship, pouring your hard-won experience and wisdom into someone else. In that very act of giving, you often clarify your own thoughts, deepen your own understanding, and find new insights. It solidifies your expertise, enhances your reputation, and positions you as a leader, a source of guidance for others. And what about conscious donations, acts of community service, or simply extending kindness to a stranger? These are not expenditures that diminish you. They are powerful affirmations of your interconnectedness, creating a positive ripple effect that inevitably returns to you. It's the joy of seeing your resources become a force for good beyond your immediate sphere, and that force, that positive energy, often finds its way back, sometimes in the most unexpected forms. It could be a new client, an inspiring idea, a serendipitous encounter, or simply a profound sense of peace and fulfillment that money cannot buy. This is the profound truth. The act of giving actually broadens your capacity, your channels to receive. It is a testament to the psalmist's declaration that the earth is the Lord's, and everything in it, the world, and all who live in it. When we recognize ourselves as stewards rather than owners of the abundance entrusted to us, we free ourselves to participate in this divine cycle of generous giving and receiving. By releasing what we hold, we demonstrate a profound trust, a faith in a supply that transcends our immediate grasp, thus opening channels for even greater inflows of all good things into our lives. This embrace of generosity is not a burdensome duty. It is an exhilarating invitation to participate in a more expansive, benevolent universe. It means actively seeking opportunities to give, to serve, to share, knowing that each act is not a depletion, but an activation of greater blessings. It means understanding that true prosperity is not measured by what you accumulate and hoard, but by what you are able to freely give and the positive impact that giving has on the world around you. This approach opens unexpected doors, creates a powerful reservoir of goodwill that serves you in countless ways, and most importantly, it expands your very sense of what abundance means, transforming it from a mere measure of possessions to a boundless experience of life's interconnectedness and benevolent flow, making you a richer person in every conceivable way. Having spoken of the discerning heart that guides our choices, of the shared wisdom that fortifies our understanding, of the strategic diligence that multiplies our efforts, and even the paradoxical generosity that mysteriously feeds our abundance, we now turn our attention to the one asset that, once spent, can never be replenished. This is the principle of the regents of time, mastery over the most valuable and irrenovable asset. Think about it. We can earn more money, acquire new skills, build new relationships, but we can never, ever reclaim a single lost moment. This profound truth was not lost on King Solomon, who, in his wisdom, penned the timeless words from Ecclesiastes. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. These aren't just poetic lines. They are an invitation to understand time not merely as a linear progression of minutes and hours, but as a dynamic tapestry woven with cycles, seasons, and unique windows of opportunity. The modern world often teaches us to view time as something to be managed, an external entity we must conquer, stuffing every available slot with more activity, more tasks, more productivity hacks. But Solomon's insight suggests a deeper, more profound mastery. It's not about fitting more into your 24 hours. It's about discerning the right time for specific actions, the season for planting, the season for harvesting, the season for building, and equally important, the season for resting. How many of us ignore these natural rhythms, pushing ourselves relentlessly even when our spirits or our circumstances cry out for a pause? How often do we rush into action prematurely, only to find our efforts wasted, or procrastinate until a golden opportunity has irretrievably passed us by? This misreading of the kairos, the opportune moment, is a silent thief of prosperity, stealing not just material gain, but also peace of mind, energy, and the joy of genuine accomplishment. Consider your own journey. Are you constantly reacting to external pressures, allowing the demands of others to dictate the rhythm of your days and weeks? Or are you living with intentionality, aligning your actions with a clear understanding of your personal and professional seasons? True mastery of time is less about a rigid schedule and more about cultivating an inner sensitivity to these cycles. It's recognizing that there's a time to invest heavily in learning and growth, a time to consolidate your gains and execute with precision, and yes, a crucial time to step back, reflect, and replenish your spirit. To ignore these seasons is to invite imbalance, to sow when the ground is frozen, or to expect a harvest when the seeds have not yet been properly nurtured. Such an approach inevitably leads to exhaustion, frustration, and a sense of perpetually running on a treadmill that leads nowhere truly meaningful. This mastery also calls for strategic patience. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, waiting for the opportune moment can feel counterintuitive, even lazy. Yet, Solomon understood the immense power of patience rooted in discernment. He knew when to gather resources, when to plan meticulously, and when to execute with unwavering focus. This is not passive waiting, but active preparation. It's the difference between impulsivity, which often leads to rash decisions and regret, and calculated strategic action that capitalizes on precisely the right set of circumstances. How many times have we seen projects fail because they were launched before the market was ready? Or relationships falter because crucial conversations were avoided until it was too late? The wisdom of Ecclesiastes reminds us that there is a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Recognizing and honoring these varied timings in our lives allows us to move with the natural current, rather than fighting against it, leading to far greater ease and effectiveness. To truly embrace this principle is to bring a profound level of intentionality to your relationship with time. It means protecting your most valuable hours for your most vital work, the work that aligns with your ultimate purpose, the work that builds the lasting foundations of your prosperity. It means learning to say no to distractions, not because you are uncooperative, but because you are committed to a higher calling. It means integrating moments of rest and reflection, not as luxuries, but as non-negotiable components of your strategic plan, knowing that these pauses are essential for renewing your mind and sharpening your focus. This approach optimizes your decisions by ensuring they are made in alignment with the right season, maximizes true opportunities that arise from careful observation and patient waiting, and significantly reduces the weight of regret that so often accompanies hurried or delayed actions. It protects your inner peace, aligns you with the natural spiritual rhythms of existence, and ultimately empowers you to steward your most precious, irreplaceable asset with wisdom, purpose, and profound effectiveness. We have journeyed through discernment, recognizing the essence of wise choices. We've explored the invaluable ecosystem of shared wisdom, understanding that our strength multiplies through collective insight. We've acknowledged the profound gravity of our words, knowing they build or crumble our reality, and we've embraced the dividend of strategic diligence, realizing that smart effort yields abundant returns. We even unraveled the paradox of generosity, seeing how giving actually fuels receiving. Now, as we approach the culmination of our journey, we must confront a principle that, if neglected, can undermine all the others, causing even the most monumental successes to falter and collapse. This is the profound truth of the anchor of humility, the solid base for sustainable success. Think for a moment of King Solomon in his unparalleled glory. He built a magnificent temple, ruled a prosperous nation, and was renowned for his wisdom throughout the known world. Yet even with such vast achievements, the biblical narratives subtly hint at the dangers inherent in extreme success. Solomon himself, perhaps through observation or hard-won experience, penned the timeless warning in Proverbs: "When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom." This isn't merely a gentle suggestion to be modest. No, this is a stark, almost prophetic warning about a destructive force that frequently accompanies achievement, a silent killer of enduring prosperity. Pride in its subtle forms can blind us to our flaws, deafen us to wise counsel, and ultimately sever the very connections that supported our rise. Consider the human heart, my friend. When success blossoms, when accolades pour in, when our efforts seem effortlessly to bear fruit, there's a natural, almost seductive whisper that suggests, "I did this. I am brilliant. I no longer need guidance." This illusion of self-sufficiency, this creeping arrogance, is the antithesis of humility. Humility is not about self-deprecation or denying your accomplishments. It's a realistic self-assessment, a profound understanding of your strengths and weaknesses, a constant awareness that much of your success is a confluence of divine grace, fortunate circumstances, the efforts of others, and your own diligent labor. It's recognizing that even at the peak of your achievements, there is always more to learn, more to understand, and always a greater power guiding your steps. It is, in essence, the antivirus that protects your success from destroying itself. How often have we witnessed individuals, after reaching the pinnacle of their chosen field, fall precipitously? Was it always external forces? Often it was an internal corrosion, a hardening of the heart that refused correction, a deaf ear to criticism, an inability to adapt because they believed they already possessed all the answers. The moment we believe we know it all, we cease to grow. The moment we close ourselves off to feedback, we invite stagnation. The moment we isolate ourselves, convinced of our own infallible judgment, we become vulnerable to the very pitfalls we could have avoided with an open heart and a humble spirit. It's a powerful internal questioning. Are you becoming the smartest person in every room you enter, and if so, is that truly a sign of growth? Or perhaps a warning that you are no longer challenging yourself, no longer seeking to expand your understanding? Practically, cultivating this anchor of humility means maintaining a constant posture of an eternal learner. It means actively seeking out constructive feedback, even when it stings, understanding that these are opportunities for refinement, not attacks on your worth. It's the courage to admit when you don't know something, to acknowledge your limitations, and to willingly seek the expertise of others. This ties back beautifully to our second principle, the ecosystem of shared wisdom. Humility allows you to truly benefit from that wisdom, whereas pride will build walls against it. It means practicing gratitude, constantly remembering and acknowledging the contributions of those who lifted you up, the mentors who guided you, the teams who supported you, and the grace that sustained you. It's understanding that true leadership is often servant leadership, a willingness to uplift and empower others rather than simply command. This foundational humility safeguards your prosperity in profound ways. It ensures the longevity and sustainability of your success, because a humble spirit remains adaptable, open to new ideas, and capable of pivoting when circumstances change. It acts as a powerful shield, protecting you from the disgrace that often accompanies unchecked arrogance. It fosters continuous growth and innovation, because you remain curious, hungry for knowledge, and willing to challenge your own assumptions. Most importantly, it cultivates stronger, more authentic relationships. Humility invites connection, while pride alienates and isolates. True prosperity, the kind that fills your spirit and resonates deeply, includes inner peace, a peace that arrogance inevitably shatters. This anchor keeps you grounded, tethered to reality, ensuring that even as you reach for the heavens, your roots remain firmly planted, drawing strength from the earth and the eternal wisdom that underpins all things. We have journeyed through these profound principles, my dear friends, delving into the very heart of what it means to build a life of true and lasting prosperity. We began by understanding the critical importance of a discerning heart, that inner architecture that allows us to distinguish the essential from the urgent, building our lives not on fleeting desires, but on purposeful foundations. We then broadened our gaze to embrace the ecosystem of shared wisdom, recognizing that our strength is amplified not in isolation, but in the counsel of trusted mentors and diverse perspectives, sharpening our own insights. From there, we turned inward, acknowledging the immense gravity of the tongue, understanding that our words, both spoken and thought, possess the power to construct pillars of strength or scatter the rubble of self-sabotage, actively shaping the reality we inhabit. Our path then led us to the dividend of strategic diligence, where we learned that true abundance springs not just from hard work, but from intelligent effort, knowing where and how to invest our energy to yield exponential returns. And then, the beautifully counterintuitive truth of the paradox of generosity, teaching us that the very act of outflow, of giving freely and intentionally, is what astonishingly feeds the inflow, opening vast channels of unexpected blessings and fostering a deep sense of internal abundance. We grasped the crucial significance of the regency of time, recognizing it as our most valuable, irreplaceable asset, mastering its cycles not by mere management, but by discerning the opportune moments for action, for rest, for growth, for transformation. Finally, we anchored ourselves in the unwavering truth of humility, understanding that it is the solid, unshakable base that safeguards our success from the corrosions of pride, ensuring longevity, continuous growth, and authentic connection. Look at how this ancient wisdom, woven through the very fabric of human experience, transcends centuries. These 7 principles are not merely abstract ideas or ancient proverbs. They are foundational pillars for a life truly steeped in prosperity, not just in your finances, but more profoundly in your spirit, in the richness of your relationships, and in the clarity of your purpose. They offer a comprehensive map, a divine blueprint for navigating the complexities of modern existence with grace, wisdom, and an unwavering sense of direction. This journey is about crafting a life that resonates with depth and meaning, a life that honors your highest aspirations and serves a purpose far greater than yourself. Remember this, my friend. Prosperity is not a distant destination you arrive at. but rather a continuous journey, a magnificent edifice built brick by intentional brick, shaped by every choice, every word, every act of discernment, and every moment of generosity. You possess within you the inherent capacity, the God-given potential to apply these timeless principles, and in doing so, to mold and reshape your own reality. You are not a passive observer in your own life. You are an active co-creator, armed with wisdom that has stood the test of time. Do not simply wait for luck to bless you. Instead, consciously and courageously create your own fortune, your own abundant reality, by consistently applying the profound wisdom that has been unveiled to you today. May the enduring light of these teachings illuminate your path, guiding your steps through every season of your life. May you not only experience prosperity in its fullest, most integral sense, but may you also become a vibrant, living source of prosperity, a beacon of hope and abundance for all those around you. Let this be your daily reflection, your constant prayer. Which of these 7 principles resonated most deeply with your spirit today? Which one feels like the crucial next step on your own journey towards a more abundant life? Share your thoughts, your reflections, in the comments below. Your insights, your unique perspective, truly enrich our growing community and deepen our collective understanding. And if this message has stirred something within you, if it has inspired a new vision for your life, then please share it with someone you believe needs to hear this message, someone embarking on their own quest for purpose and prosperity. Give this video a heartfelt like and ensure you subscribe to this channel, joining us on this continuous journey of discovering truths that transform and empower. Until our next gathering, may wisdom forever guide your steps, and may true, holistic prosperity be your constant, unfailing companion.